Okay, so when it comes to supervision as an RBT, where we need to meet a certain criteria for supervision. So, um, the the first part of that would be the amount of hours that need to be supervised. So we need to have a total of 5% of our work hours supervised by an eligible um, supervisor. So an eligible RBT supervisor. So 5% of our total amount of hours worked. So this needs to be thought of when we're designing the work schedule, and to work that out with our BCBA so that they are aware that you know I mean, of course they will be aware, but we need to have a good understanding of when we'll meet, so that they are there doing that 5% of supervision that needs to occur. They do say that face to face supervision is preferred, but of course there we can use like internet as well. So like put the camera somewhere that the BCBA can see the RBT engaging in that one-on-one instruction with the client, and they can supervise that. Although face to face would be the simplest way to do that, and have the BCBA present there to observe what we're doing as an RBT. The second aspect on top of that 5% supervision would be the amount of meetings that we need to do. So we need to do 2 meetings. One of them could be in a group setting, so we could be together with other RBTs, or but the other one must be a one-on-one. So that means me and the BCBA one-on-one, getting supervised. So the other one could be in a group. I know that the RBT has a rule, or the board has a rule that the group needs to be 10 RBTs or less. So for that supervision group, but that can count as one of the supervisions, and then the other would be face-to-face supervision, or video called or something like that, to where it's just the BCBA and the RBT one-on-one, and we need to have at least one of those per month. They could be both of them, so we could have those two be the one-on-one format, or one can be the one-on-one and then the other could be in a group setting for supervision. So this is done this way so that the BCBA has constant access to the client. They're able to the RBT. We're able to see that the RBT is doing things correctly, give them advice on how things could be improved, if there's room for, there's always room for improvement, but, for things that could be done in a better way, or things that are being done correctly, and provide that feedback, good job that you have been doing that well. And then this other area, this is something that we could improve on. So it's also good for having, making sure that we're both taking data the same way. So that's, when it comes to, I'm blanking out on the word right now, but so that both of us are looking at the data, and we're tallying when this occurs. Yes, this did occur, or no, this did not occur, and both observers have the same idea. Blanking out on the word right now, but that's also really important, and we can test that during these supervision meetings where the BCBA and the RBT are there looking at the client, working with the client, working on the same behavior. So we can see if we're both observing the same thing and marking the same behavior.